Hello everyone, my name is Bobmich and welcome back to some more 3.6 PTU goodness. We've had a fresh wipe, which is why I'm in my green RSI space pyjamas and I haven't bought any space armor yet, but I wanted to rather jump straight into different features and not waste too much time on doing things. So last time we had a look at the new rest stops and someone asked me if I could fly around in the cockpit view. I might go back and do that towards the end of this video. Someone else asked if I could go inside and have a look around, and as of yet I don't know if they're going to change this in this PTU or in the live build. The rest stops, even though they are the size of the Star Trek Starbases / Trade Federation ships from Star Wars, the inside is literally the same as the old ones, so nothing has changed. It's pretty much even the same size inside as well. It's a little bit of a disappointment, but obviously that is subject to change. We also had a look at the hover mode, and as well as it kind of having its own merits, it does have some flaws and it does need some bits fixing. However, this is the first wave of the first public PTU build, so these features obviously are subject to change. So we're going to go and have a look at some other bits and bobs that the PTU has introduced today, and one of these that we're going to do straight away is physical elevators. What I mean by this is the elevators don't teleport you anymore. So if this is quick, there we go, the elevators now move. So as opposed to them sort of sitting here, you now get a big long list, as you can see, so you can visit any of the other hangars or you can go to the spaceport. And if we watch the distance on the ship, you can see that the elevator moves. The elevator is no longer teleporting and not static whilst you stand here for a few seconds and you have to wait until it gets to the point of where you're meant to be going, as you can see. So the main thing from this now is that you can use any of these elevators to visit any hangar or basically any location where they were previously located. You know, as long as they're all connected to the same network per se, then you can get around to that same area. So that's a cool sort of little quality of life thing. So next, we're going to go and have a look at New Deal, and I want to see if they have updated the ship purchasing, because I believe they have. Okay, so we're in New Deal after struggling to get through the door because it wouldn't open because some people and NPCs were stood loitering and the door had bugged out. And if you look in here, it was a little obscure to find, but off to the left here in front of the prospector is a terminal now. So we go in here and we get a spangly new UI, and you can see that you can rent ships and you can have a choice of different manufacturers, or you can just scroll down and find the ones that you want. Now currently I have a wallet of over 50 million credits. This is of course the PTU, so being given money to play with, so we can go and rent spaceships and just break things essentially. But you can see that pretty much I'm not going to say every spaceship, but there is a vast selection of spaceships now that you can choose, and you get prices for them all. So you can see like the bigger ones like the Reclaimer and the Hammerhead. Hammerhead has always been here, as we know. Reclaimer 52 million, Retaliator 3 million, Eclipse 1.5 million. No, they're all that kind of sort of ballpark price now. But an important thing that we want to see, if it is here, is of course the Vanguard, and I don't know if they've got it in this spot. Oh, it timed me out because I didn't buy anything. Let's try again. Aegis Vanguard Warden. So let's go and get a Vanguard, because I haven't actually looked at one of the new Vanguards yet. Oh, getting very choppy. I'm not sure if this server is dying. Purchase ship. Yes, I do want to purchase this ship.
Done. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your new ship.
There we go. And I should note that this here isn't a rental. So this isn't something that you had to give back like the old rentals from the website. This is owned. Not owned as in you will have it after a server reset, so when they do a big server purge, like once every quarterly patch, you'll lose it. But for the duration of this content patch, it's yours. So it's like buying a spaceship with real money, except it's not real money, it's spaceship money. So we're on our way down to the hangar to go and look at our new Vanguard Warden. And These have had a big redo, so they've been reworked, and now we get to see what they look like. I can see what looks like some botched textures, so it doesn't look like it's quite finished yet. Something tells me the bright purple landing gear bay is not an intended feature. You also get that little noise now when you get pop-up alerts on your HUD, which is quite cool. They've changed, I like that they've changed this thing, so it's almost like a turbine, even though it's not really a turbine. You can see that this whole thing lights up now. And this server is really chugging. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, PTU, welcome to the PTU, it has issues. Let's jump in the back and see if they've changed the interior much. I'm not going to fly around in it because it's more or less the same. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick little tour of the exterior and its fluorescent pink landing bay. So this looks a little different. Landing ramp looks a bit different. You actually have to request doors now. Okay, so it looks a little bit bigger in here. So it looks like it's a bit more roomier. And this is where the turret is. A few lighting bugs inside. Yeah, it's pretty nice in here. This one has like a sizable living space now, and I would imagine, as is with a lot of new stuff that's coming in, CRG are making a lot more of the things in ships interactable now. So they're basically making it so that anything they add to the game now, be they ships or different bits and bobs that are lying around, like all the junk Art Corp, like everything in your habitation rooms, or the tortoises / turtles that are lying around Art Corp, is all interactable, can all be picked up, can all be tossed around, all can be had fun with. So it's a bit more populated world, as much as it kind of slows everything down. So what we're going to do now is going to go back to the ASOP terminals, and we're going to get out the new Archimedes, so the racer variant of the Merlin, if you like. Okay, so this is the shiny new Archimedes, which, if you didn't know, is kind of the sister ship to the P-52 Merlin. This is the P-72, and this is the racer variant. So whilst this thing doesn't have a big minigun built into the front here, you can see that it does have some basic weaponry on the sides. I'm going to jump in and have a look, because they have been changing this alongside the P-52. So it has a lot better cockpit view out of it now, so you can see out the front, basically, which was really hard before. Let's fire this thing up when I can find the button. There we go. We'll get them to open the door. And this thing, as far as I can tell, doesn't have like a specific VTOL landing mode. Not all the ships do. Some do, some don't. And there we go. We'll shoot skyward in this thing.
Thank you for your patronage.
Something along the lines of this kind of ship design is obviously going to be a bit more aerodynamic than things like the Constellation that I was showing you before. Oh my word, I've broken it. I've not flown this yet, so this is like a first for me. Oh wow. I'm not sure if this is just aerodynamic physics throwing this thing off or not. It doesn't like flying very much. Okay, so I think I was kind of pushing it over the limit there. Oh, this bobbing. This is so strange. I'm kind of a bit lost for words because I've not done this yet. So I'm just going to press Z to let it maintain a semi-accurate flight level. And we're just going to push the notch up one higher. One more. So now we're in afterburner territory because it's gone beyond its sort of main area. Okay, still level. Still level. So if I push it now, will it be able to hold that speed? I think it's if I just try to maneuver. Oh no, there we go, broken it. This thing doesn't like atmosphere. Come on, Kruger, these things are meant to be little nifty racers with sort of little guns on them. So obviously this thing still needs some work within the new flight model. Speaking of, I haven't actually flown the P52 in the new flight model yet, so I don't know if that thing is awfully as bad, or if this is just because this thing's only just been put in and they're still working out the flaws for it. So either way, this is the Merlin Archimedes, that one. But you can see that whilst it doesn't have a big laser cannon in the front like the Merlin has the big minigun, it's only got some basic weapons. That's because this thing is meant to be sort of a bit lighter and a bit faster. So this is the ship that comes with the Constellation Phoenix. So this one has the the Constellation Phoenix has this one bundled with it, whereas the Andromeda, I think the Andromeda has it, and the Aquila have the P52. So they have dedicated snub fighters, which is a snub fighter, whereas the Archimedes here is more of like a leisure, sporty race vehicle, which is what, you know, the Phoenix kind of is, isn't it? It's like a luxury tourer. So you can jump out in a little single snub and go and mess around. No jump drive, just like the P52. So yeah, just a quick look at some more features that are coming in 3.6. There are still some other bits and bobs to look at. There's the new hacking chips that have been brought in. Board Gamer did a video on that earlier on today, so if you want to go and hack the comm arrays now with their shiny new UIs that you use in the stations, then you have to go and purchase hacking chips from somewhere a bit untoward, such as Grimhex and other locations. You can't just sort of wander up to the comm arrays now and press a button like you're able to. It's a little bit more involved, which I think is a good thing, because it means it adds a bit more of a sense of purpose to it. I don't know if they've increased the monetary value of that mission as such, because it takes more time and investment to do, but I will be sure to go and have a look. What else have we got? We also have 2 new FPS weapons that I need to go and have a look at. So we have a new pistol and we have a new rifle, as I understand, and we also have a new ship weapon as well, so 1 new ship weapon to go and have a look at. So there's still a few things to come, not to mention there is still different ships to come in. There is, of course, the 890 jump, which is going to be introduced in a later patch, I believe, but I so want one. Yeah, so lots and lots of things to still look forward to, and as you can see, this is still the PTU, things are still breaking, things still need work, so yeah. That's it for now though, guys. I'll leave you with a little shot of the Archimedes sort of not trying to die over Hurston. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.